Hello everyone, it's me, Andy Miller, Managing Director of Incentives, Events and Meetings Limited, event management company in the UK. Because of this pandemic, we are having to think outside of the box. And today we're going to present to you what I think is one of the most exciting events that we've ever had to put together. I'm going to introduce to you two people. Firstly, a very dear friend of mine, Derek Thompson, who I've known for over 30 years, and he is well known to those people who know racing as Tommo. For those of you who don't follow horse racing, Tommo has been a pundit and commentator and personality within the racing world for many, many, many years. And then I'm going to introduce you to my account director. Her name is Catherine Baldanza and was once described by the marketing director of Bupa as one of the best account directors she'd ever worked with. Tommo's going to introduce racing to you. Catherine's going to introduce all the nuts and bolts of how this works. And I really do hope that you find this as exciting as I do.
Hello, this is Tommo. Are you well? I thought you were. Derek Thompson, we're live here in Newmarket, and behind me, the great Frankel, one of the greatest horses, if not the greatest horse of all time. Now, the reason we're here, come around here and I'll tell you. You know, when we have company meetings, and of course we can't all sit round a table or take any 100 people to an auditorium or whatever, we're not allowed to. And we can do it, obviously, on Zoom and the computer and all that. But if we're doing it for a long time, it can get quite a bit boring, can't it? So why not, let's get your company workers to pick some winners at the races. And we'll show you, say, 3 or 4 races, wherever it is that particular day. And the prize for the one who gets the most horses right, the most winners, what about a night out in a hotel at Newmarket? A morning on the gallops watching Stradivarius, Enable, horses like that, and you could come to the Racing Museum here and look at this. You can come and meet a horse called Pen Hill. Pen Hill is a horse who's won at the last 2 Cheltenham festivals. How is he? He's enjoying himself?
Yeah, he's really happy. He's very relaxed. Spends most of his time lying down.
I love it. What a life. So why not have your company get involved? I'll host it for you. And I thought, rather than host it from an office or somewhere boring like that, host it from here, from Newmarket. And the prize is, come and meet this big fella.
Hi, I'm Catherine Baldanza and I'm the account director of IEM. As you've heard from Andy and Tommo, we are running a virtual event with racing in mind. We have done several other events, highly successful events, from conferences to meetings to not incentives as we've known it in the past, whereby you go on a trip or you do something, but where people have really engaged with each other and really spent time knowing that everybody is in this together, that the world is still running. Just unfortunately, it's not the same as it was, but you know, we can make things pretty damn close if we try. It's just that it's got to be from home. So with an event like this, we would run it on a platform such as Zoom. However, we are aware that some companies are only able to use certain platforms. So we will work with you to ensure that whatever platform is used for the event, everybody that is attending the event is able to access it. That's hugely important, obviously, for several reasons. We also need to ensure that connectivity works. All of that we can do with you. The event itself would be across an afternoon. It could be anywhere in the world, but from your own home. I mean, imagine a delegate attending a race in Dubai. You know, the places and the possibilities are endless. We could work with dates. We could give across calendars from a global perspective. So not everybody can attend. Not every company can afford to pay for people to attend a race in Dubai. Tommo would be somebody that would be in Dubai. And so we could televise it from Dubai. We can arrange for packages to be delivered to everybody's homes or offices that include canapes, champagne, drinks, anything that kind of makes this feel more like you're in a hospitality box than in your home. So it could be that people are doing it from offices, and we arrange for a hostess to come along and set everything up and make it a little bit more, I want to say civilized, but a little bit more of an experience. If people feel that they want several people to get together in a garden, obviously with social distancing in place, we can organise for hostesses to go to there. Otherwise, we can organise for individual packages, branded packages. If you're working with partners, if you're working with distributors, if you're working with sponsors, then we can brand everything to ensure that everybody's name gets out there. We can put branding on the registration page. We could put branding on the glasses that get delivered for people to be able to drink their champagne. There is so many things we can do with this. But I think the whole point of it is that you give people an experience that they would not be getting currently. Nowhere is doing this. Nowhere certainly is doing it with a personality like Tommo. And people then find that they are together. Everybody's got a little bit bored of Zoom. Zoom fatigue is actually a real thing. We know that. And so we will break it up during the day. It won't be a case of people just being sat there the whole time. People can then bet on races. They get points for what they bet. We keep a tally. We do all the logistics. And at the end of it, you can have either a main prize, like Tommo said, or you can decide that there's several different gifts, or certain partners could sponsor a certain gift, and you could have more than one prize. And at the end of it, Tommo will do it and actually deliver it to them, but virtually. So this is an experience that is actually not available in many places, and so really is worth, because people will talk about it. People will continue to talk about it. And so I think if you're interested, we'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call. We'd love to discuss it further. And if you have a budget in mind, share it with us. If you don't, we'll work with you. Anything is possible. Anything really is possible when it comes to virtual and deliveries.
And they're off. He goes away by a couple of lengths now to City Ground and Stanley with 100 yards to go. It's Mr. Red Clubs under Freddie Tett, clear by nearly 3 lengths to City Ground, and a first win on turf for Mr. Red Club.